and welcome to another video. In today's video, this is an outline for an Xprize entry for the new Elon Musk Sequestering Carbon Challenge. This is a doozy. As far as the eye can see, where I live and many other regions around the world, we have lost the natural grasslands that used to sequester more carbon than trees. They not only does grass sequester carbon, but it also sequesters methane gas. As an example, a healthy grass mat with cows grazed on it appropriately pulls the cow's methane emissions out of the air and sequesters them into the ground. Okay, so this project starts with designing machinery, heavy equipment that can run off, I'm going to suggest hydrogen. So hydrogen fuel cell machinery, or maybe even electric battery machinery, either or. Now we build some solar farms that are solar agriculture style. So in other words, the panels are up off the ground, so the land is still usable underneath, okay? We build these solar farms to either provide the battery energy for the batteries to run the heavy equipment or to convert the hydrogen. What the heavy equipment does is it uproots junipers and sage. It harvests the good wood for use in whatever kind of, wood projects people would like to use, they'll all be available for this. And then the rest of the wood and sage gets chipped back down into the ground. Fire, I don't think, is an option to get massive transition, because to release all the carbon in the trees that has already been sequestered by the trees in a giant fire is not a good idea. So we chip the trees and the sage back down into the ground, and that's step one, stage one, okay? Now hopefully the grass will come back. We might need to do a little grass seeding or whatever to get the grass come back, but then the goal is to maintain this, okay? So we want to shut down all the feedlots across the world, really. The inhumane ways of cattle and chicken and any kind of animal processing there is. We use all those animals with intensive grazing practices to maintain the lands. And not only will we be sequestering a huge amount of carbon by having healthy grasslands, we'll also be sequestering the methane from the animals that used to contribute to greenhouse gas emissions. So all this is very doable. The technology is already there for all of this. I don't really think we should be burning diesel fuel to do the conversion. I think we need to get on with hydrogen fuel cell heavy equipment and battery-powered heavy equipment that runs off of hydrogen fuel cells or batteries. There's a whole component to the equation of how much carbon is being sequestered. Then, with the closure of the feedlots and across all the animals, across everywhere, there is huge amount of carbon that's not going into the atmosphere. Those lands will be able to recuperate and go back into grasslands, and then they will also be sequestering carbon. So this is a very deep-rooted problem in our food supply and how we maintain it. Right now, all these hills you see right here, those, some got fire, and that's why it has a little more grass, but the side with the more trees, that's actually a cattle ranch. So the cattle is contributing to, they just let the cows roam. Okay, the cows go eat the most delectable stuff and go wander over here, wander over there, okay? We completely devastate the junipers, the sage, we reintroduce grass, and then we move the cows and the chickens and whatever else around in a very concentrated manner. Literally like using cowboys to move cows in patches around, and chicken tractors and these types of technologies, right, to transform the way we feed the world. So there it is, Xprize, let's go. Thank you, and please subscribe, like the video, and peace.